Hey, what's up guys? Dr. Crifase here with DFW Accident Injury Centers. And today I'm going to be talking about disc herniations. These are really common, especially if you've been injured in an accident or an injury, any type of injury. All right, and many people find out that they have these going on, okay, and that's as a result of injuries as well. Now, the important part is there's three major types, and what's important about this is that these are often not found, the objective findings, the raw data, until you get that imaging like an MRI, which again is so important for why you need to get the proper imaging done after an accident or injury. All right, so there's three major types. The first one is protrusion, extrusion, and then sequestration, all right? And so I'm gonna go over real quick though what your disc is. Now, on this bone model here, all right, we have the bones here, okay, these are your vertebrae, and then this is your spinal cord, okay, and your nerve roots. And the red thing here is known as your disc, okay? Now the outside of this, which you can see the red part, this is known as your annulus fibrosus. So in the blue here, this is the blue part, okay? Now inside, you can't see it, but inside of the disc, in the middle part, is what's known as your nucleus pulposus, and this is what I drew in red here, okay? Now, this is where it gets really interesting, okay? Because you're gonna have three types of herniations, okay? The first one is protrusion. And what happens is, I'm gonna put this model down for a second, by the way. Okay, so what happens with a protrusion, okay? All of these can cause a lot of different pain, okay? These can all cause pain down the arms or legs. They can all cause numbness or tingling, a little tongue twister there. They can all cause even motor issues, okay? Specifically the last two, but even this, it can all cause different types of symptoms, obviously in addition to pain, okay? So the first one, protrusion, what happens is that this red, the nucleus, actually starts to protrude or push into the blue area, okay? So we might have a little gap here, okay? And this might start pushing up against the blue here, okay? Now, that causes a lot of pain, all right? But the most important part is the blue area, this annulus, is not broken. As soon as you break the annulus, it's a problem, okay? I mean, they're all problems, but it's gonna usually get worse at that point. So that's the first one, is protrusion, kind of like it's protruding into something that shouldn't be, all right? The second one is extrusion, okay? Now, what happens with extrusion is usually you get even further damage outside of this red area, further damage into the annulus from the nucleus, okay? So what happens is now this nucleus starts to protrude out, and this is the stage where this annulus has been broken, okay? The fibers have been torn, all right? And again, most often the progression of symptoms gets worse, but you know, pain is variable and pain is subjective from person to person. So one person might have a lot of pain and other issues more than another person. So keep these in mind, all right? Now the last one is sequestration, and this is a problem. This is the worst one, of course, because what happens is this disc fragment actually leaves the entire, the nucleus actually leaves the entire the disc, okay? And when that happens, you have now what's called a free fragment, okay? And this now can lodge itself in different areas of your spine, your spinal column, and it can create a lot more problems than what we began with, which is just a protrusion, okay? So these are the three different types of disc herniations that you might be experiencing. Again, most important part of this is you need to get the proper imaging done to see how many millimeters, how much of damage is happening, and what type of disc herniation you might have, okay, after an accident or injury. So if you've been suffering from an accident or injury, make sure to give our office a call. Your telephone line is listed in all of our information here on the video, and we'll make sure we get you in immediately and get you the care that you deserve and that you need. Thanks for watching.